Well, pull up a chair and grab your favorite beverage because we're going to be doing just an old-fashioned tabletop review of what's probably the most popular fixed blade EDC knife, and that is the Bradford Guardian 3 and the new edition, the Bradford Guardian 3.2. Now, why would you want to choose a fixed blade EDC knife as compared to like a folding knife? Well, there's been a movement. I would say in the Guardian 3 here was probably a major proponent and reason for the movement of people going to EDC fixed blade knives. And there's a couple reasons. One of them is that these are going to be a lot stronger than a folding knife. There's nothing to break. There's nothing, there's nothing to fail, I should say. It's just one piece of steel. These are both full tang knives. The steel runs all the way through both of these here. So they're going to be stronger. You can beat on these more. The other reason is these would be better, I think, in my opinion, for self-defense. Again, they're not going to fail. And you're going to have a better, I think, a better overall purchase on something like this than a folding knife. And so I think for those reasons, and maybe just the sheer satisfaction and joy of carrying a fixed blade knife like this, and maybe if you're a knife guy, you also know that sometimes you want to carry a different kind of knife some days. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I think for all those reasons, there's a lot of guys out there and girls that are carrying EDC fixed blade knives. So obviously, a little bit of a difference between these two. The Bradford USA, again, both these USA made, Bradford USA Guardian 3 here introduced 2012, and the Guardian 3.2 introduced in 2024. They listened to their customers' feedback and incorporated some new things about this one. And of the two, I'm going to say why I would probably pick the 3.2 over the 3, even though both are amazing blades. But I would probably pick the 3.2. Last year in 2024 Blade Show in Atlanta, I was able to talk with Nicole at Bradford Knives, and she was showing me some of the new offerings that they had. And the more I looked at the 3.2, the more I was just really interested in being able to use it and work with it. So they actually sent both of these to me to show you guys. And as I looked at both of these, I was thinking, okay, there is a difference. There is a difference. And the big difference is right here. So they added a bigger finger choil right here for safety and purchase and grip purposes. Why is that? Okay, if you look at the original, real quick. If you look at this in my hand, you see where my index finger is relative to the blade? I can actually feel the sharp blade on my index finger right there. And so there is a chance, if you're using this or piercing or something, that your finger could come forward a little bit and get hurt, get cut. So what they did is they've added a deeper finger choil guard forward here. And so now in the hand, oh, it's just, I think, an excellent purchase and grip on this thing. So that's the difference. Now to compensate, because on both of these blades, you have a 3-inch cutting edge on both of them. But so that you can sharpen this one, because of the extra finger guard, they added a little cutout right here so you can actually sharpen the entire blade, even with the added finger choil. Now with this, it adds a little bit of length to this. The original, the Guardian 3, is 6 3/4 of an inch, 6.75 inches. The Guardian 3.2 is 7 1/8, so adds 3/8 of an inch of total length to this. Another difference is on the blade itself, at least for these two, this has a swedge on top, which goes down to the point, which will give you a little bit of extra rigidity on the point compared to this one right here. Now, both of these here, magnet cut steel. So that's a super steel, very nice. Not going to be the cheapest, but these are both really nice steels. You can get other steels as well. You can have, like I said, over 300 buildable combinations, whether the different steel, different handle materials, different handle colors. So these are both micarta, burlap micarta here, but you can get this in G10 carbon fiber. Both of these have lanyard holes. Both of them have jimping on top as well. And even on the sheath, he's going with the leather sheath, so you can cross draw from the idea with this, of course, is that you put this on your belt right here, and then right here in the front, you just pull out and go to work. You can also get Kydex if you don't want to do the leather. You can do Kydex as well. Now, both of these will, even this one with the added length, both of these are still going to come in under 4 ounces, so they're not super heavy. But one thing I really like, and I know a lot of people like about these, is just the feel, the ergonomics of the handle. I'll move this out of the way just for a second. The ergonomics of the handle here, you can see in the, raise this up, see the little palm swell right there? Just that attention to detail. But what a nice blade, huh? What a nice blade. So, but that little palm swell gives you just enough. It just fills your hand, but yet still being a compact EDC size. So guys, I don't know what you guys think about a fixed blade EDC, but if you are going to go with an EDC fixed blade, you definitely want to check one of these out, because as I've used them, I've loved having it, especially if I'm out in the woods, as a backup blade as well. And I love being able to have something on me that is going to meet whatever demand that I put to it. Again, whether that's even small bushcrafting tasks, if it's self-defense, if it's some other purpose, or even just your everyday cutting of boxes and stuff that we all do. Having something like this might be a really, really great option. But if you have any questions about this, or maybe other uses or ways that you use these, or if you carry one of these, please drop that down in the comments below. But I hope it's been helpful. And if you aren't done so, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate you and your support for us. We'll see you in the next video.